welcome once again to my channel. So good to be here. I know you missed me and I really missed you too, but here we are today and I'm excited. Okay, thanks for all those who have been following, who have been watching, who have been recommending us to people. I really cannot thank you guys enough. Thanks for everyone who have subscribed, and if you're yet to subscribe, you know I'm always pleasing. Do that now. So to the story of today, I have a crush. Yes. Now let me ask you, can you remember the first time you had a crush? Or the first time you crushed on someone, whether male, female? Try to remember what was it like? What was the feeling like? What was the experience like? How old were you then? What did you even know then? Oh, so to my own story, while you are thinking about yours, I think I can remember it was as far back as my primary school, and I guess I was in primary 4 thereabouts. And so there was this guy, he was a classmate, and you know, whenever I just see him, my heart just does boom boom boom, like, and you know, was pretty young, maybe 7, maybe 8 thereabouts, so there was really no much knowledge about all of this, and you know, there was no one to really talk to. Okay, that this is exactly how I feel. Those days we felt like, oh, there are some things you can't tell your parents, they will just want that if you tell them, so you would rather keep those things to yourself, and or maybe share them with friends. Yeah, and then let me just picture this thing. Those of us that are parents now, or that we are becoming parents, you know, there is really nothing as beautiful as making yourself available to be best friends for your children, such that they can open up to tell you anything. So it's my story. And then so I didn't even know why. I just looked forward to seeing this guy. I don't think he even listened today. I would just always look at him like, wow. Sometimes I'm just thinking about him being my friend. And as at then, we're not even close friends. I don't even think we were talking. He was just in his own world. But I was just always imagining him being my friend, being my best friend. Whenever I see him like this, my breath just ceases. But guess what? Fast forward down the line. So growing up and growing over all of those things, a few years back, I saw the guy and I was like, really? Like, really? Now, I'm not saying the guy is not cute, no, but I was like, really? Like, did I ever at any point in time in my life crush on this kind of person? Like, really? And you know, it got me thinking how a lot of times we make decisions based on our level of growth. Now, if you really look back to a lot of things you wanted as far back as 10 years ago, 15 years ago, looking at it now, would you really want those things given the same circumstances? And that's why I would always say that you don't make decisions based on how you feel. Sometimes you want to really ask yourself, look at if 5 years from now, would you still want this thing? 10 years from now, would you still want this thing? It goes beyond, you know, it cuts across every facet of your life. Every decision you're making, you want to take a job. It's not just about how you feel now, the feeling, just the moment. You want to look at, okay, is this thing going to be relevant? Is this a path I want to follow 10 years down the line, 5 years down the line? Because if you make decisions based on just how you feel at a particular time, you might wake up tomorrow to find out that you don't even feel that way again. And this is just a story. I know you can relate. Like, you want to ask yourself, really, like, did I ever like this person? Or some of us that had secondary school relationships, and you look back now and tell yourself, child, what was I thinking? Like, dating this person, what was I thinking? Now, I'm not saying they are not good, but over time your priorities have changed. Over time you have increased in knowledge. What appeals to you has changed, and that is the way life is. Change is very, you can't do without change. Change is the thing that is constant. So as you grow up and you find out that what you felt meant the whole world to you no longer means the whole world to you. So if you want to make decisions in life, especially decisions that have to do with your destiny, decisions that you will live with live with the effect, live with the result, the outcome for the rest of your life. You don't make it based on just how you feel in a moment. Like, oh, I feel like blowing up all the money in my account. Like, I just feel like, oh, amazing feeling. But when you blow it up, all up, get ready to be hungry tomorrow. So if I feel that way, I don't just go out to withdraw everything and go have fun. As amazing as that may be, it is not. I want to sit down and say, okay, this is how I feel, but let's be realistic. Let's look at tomorrow. Let's look at the future. The truth is, as you grow up, you grow in knowledge. You get more exposure. Your desires change. Desires change. That is the truth. And so every decision you're making, you need to sit down with it. And that's why a lot of people end up being unfulfilled, because they really did not count the cost of the decision they are going into. You want to go into a relationship, it's not just about the now. You look at it on a long term. Okay, will I still be happy? Will I still be comfortable with this person 10 years down the line? Not just about how I feel now. You want to study because you want to take a career path. You want to look at it critically. It's not just because, oh, this thing is doing me, oh, hey, my body I just want to do it. No, you want to sit down. Imagine if everybody you crushed on, you went for, or you had a relationship with, it wouldn't even make any sense. So sometimes we subdue those feelings. Like, okay, yes, I'm not disputing the fact that I feel this way, but my feelings do not control me. I need to be critical. I need to reason. I need to look at a larger view. I need to really look at what I want to do. Okay, this thing beyond the feeling. Or they tell you, oh, you need to, you know, a lot of times we just make decisions, we don't even sit down to count the cost. But you really need to count the cost, because if you just do that, you may end up finding out that you outgrow that thing, and you feel like, oh, you know, I look back and it wasn't even only him. I think there was someone else that I was crushing on while I was in secondary school, and it was just because of the level I was there. Now I look back and I tell myself, I don't think my values would have aligned with this person. I don't think my principles, I don't think my personality. But then I did not even know much. But if I had just made decisions based on how I felt then, I would have regretted it along the line, because as I now grow and begin to see those things, I would begin to see conflicts, like, oh, these things do not relate, these things do not agree. So you don't make decisions based on how you feel. That is just the summary of the talk today. Your feelings alone are not enough basis for your decisions, because feelings can fade over time. That's okay to admit your feelings, but you want to really, really look beyond feelings, because remember, your desires change as you grow. Your feelings change as you get more exposed in every aspect generally. So you don't make decisions just because of how you feel, so that you don't live to regret those decisions. Funny enough, you still see people that you still admire, like, wow, you still see people that make your heart swell to cut. But you look at it like, oh, this is not enough to sustain a relationship. There's so much. Not just even in relationship aspects. So you still see maybe you see some jobs, some organizations that you just feel like, wow, working here would just be amazing. You just feel like that. But you really want to also look at every other thing that comes with that. Every other thing that comes with that decision is if you're willing to commit to it, if it aligns with your values, with your principles, if it's going to be part of your journey, if it's going to lead you to your destination. Because remember, you're headed somewhere, and purpose is the ultimate. So thank you for joining in today's talk. I'm so glad to be doing this with you, and thank you so much. I really look forward to your comments in the comment section. Like, just tell me about your story now. Tell me those guys and those girls, those ladies you were crushing on back then, and how you feel about them today. All right, see you in the next video. Subscribe, share, connect with me on Instagram as @themarvel_inspire. Remember, it's everything, purpose, lifestyle, and fun. Thank you. See ya.